Hola chicos, ¿cómo están? Yo quiero decirles que estoy demasiado feliz de estar de nuevo acá en casa.
How are you doing?
Doing great. How about you? I heard you cold in New York, and I'm actually back in my native city, and it's super cold also here. I'm like with my puffer jacket here, trying to stay warm.
Really? It's cold there too.
It's also cold here. My city is the coldest city in the whole country. It's so.
Oh my gosh.
How is it going there?
How is it here? You know, it's such a cool city. I love it because there's always people on the streets walking, and it's very lively no matter what time of day it is. And people are always hustling. I love the energy and the grind and the work mode. It's a great place to be. So you will have to come visit.
Yeah, for sure. Pretty soon, hopefully. No, I'm also happy about you. I'm happy to be back home. I arrived in Venezuela like 10 days ago, but before I came here to my native city, I didn't come here like I think 2 months prior to my departure to New Orleans. But this was like my first official welcoming here, and it was so special. Like I really felt that powerful love from all my people, and it's nice to see. You know how pageantry is able to create this energy, not only between us, the girls who are participating, but also around our people, our entire countries. And that's what I precisely felt here. Like I felt my whole country got united for not only for a night, you know, it's like we're still getting united from all that we lived throughout the Miss Universe experience.
Oh, I can only imagine, because at Miss Universe, the Venezuelans were so loud and so supportive. I loved that. So I can only imagine when you went back home how it was.
Yeah. You know, I believe that we recovered that magic essence that culturally pageantry has meant for my country. But I also do believe that for those moments, we felt proudest than ever to be Venezuelans, and that's what it makes me super satisfied.
Oh, absolutely. I love the pride. It must be an honor.
Yeah, no, it's so nice. And you tell me a little bit about those days in New York, about how are you living this experience right now? How are you feeling?
You know, I feel so happy. I'm overjoyed. I actually flew to New York the next day and just brought the suitcases that I had from Miss Universe. So I had a lot of leftover outfits, and I went straight to New York.
I remember you told me a lot about that. I remember with a lot of pieces.
Yeah, and you know, at the competition, I was regretting bringing so many pieces because, like I was telling you, there was nowhere to put them. Like, they were always in suitcases, and I could never find anything, but it paid off because now that I'm here in New York, I just had about 3 suitcases, and I've been gathering clothes. But, you know, it has been so fast-paced. It's been an incredible experience. I've mostly been doing interviews, whether that's on Zoom or in the media, but it's just great to share with people the world of pageantry, because I feel like in America, not everybody knows everything that goes into it and the hard work. So it's an opportunity to show people, not only in this country, but all over the world, share with them my experiences, the beauty of all the girls that I've met. Actually, a lot of people will ask me about you as well. And I think people realize that we were actually very close at the competition because we were right next to each other alphabetically, and we share a lot of the same things. And
I always tell that. I always tell those stories because we really got the chance to share a lot of moments together, and not only like also talk about being fashion designers and being colleagues, you know, in the industry. That's so fun. I mean, I remember that when we were holding hands, like when we came into the top, I told you like, hey, we're here, like we're rocking this. And then when we were holding hands, I told you like, we made it. Like, we both fashion designers, we made it to the top. Like, this is really incredible, and it was fun. I mean, you never imagine you will be standing right next to the one that accompanied you throughout the whole path.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, even backstage when we were at Top 3, and I think it was a commercial break, and we were backstage, and we just really tried to soak in the moment. I remember we were talking, and I was just thinking, wow, we are so blessed to be here. And you know, it happens so fast, the final night.
Really, absolutely. And how did you feel like after everything happened? Because as you say, it went by so fast, but how was that moment and then the days after the crowning? Like, how did you feel in those first days?
You know, my mind felt all over the place because it's such a new role to take into and a huge adjustment. I was absolutely so excited, so happy, and very emotional, as you can imagine.
No,
and then trying to connect with all my family and friends, but then being whisked away really quick to New York. I mean, I definitely feel overwhelmed in the best way possible. I'm so excited, and my mind is, I feel like it's running at a mile a minute, trying to catch up on everything, trying to think of ideas, and then also trying to stay grounded because all the days are so fast, and also trying to catch up on sleep.
Oh,
have you been able to?
I can imagine. You know, I thought that after the Miss Universe competition, I was going to be able to rest, and I haven't stopped until like yesterday that I got the chance to rest, but really like 3 weeks after everything. And it was also the adrenaline of the moment. You know, I even had a Sunday, I remember, that I was like almost 3 in the morning, and I woke up at 6 a.m. like, okay, I'm gonna start working. I mean, I need to keep continue with rhythm, that with the pace that we got in Miss Universe, because it was so intense.
You know, that's how I feel too, and I always tell people I respect that about you, and I feel like that's what we have in common. We just like to work.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like because we're designers, we have a lot of ideas, and for me, when I have an idea, I try to execute it and not have it just be a project that I start and I don't finish. So I can only imagine coming off of that Miss Universe energy and being around all those women that are so accomplished. I mean, it was so inspiring when you're around those women. It just makes me want to do more.
Absolutely, absolutely. And as you say, we share that, and we shared many other things in common. Did it in an interview that was so cute. I remember we said on our rehearsal, like, we need to do a collaboration as fashion designers. And then I read it online, and I was like, how do people know this? And I saw your oh my God, this is so cute. Like, that was real. I mean, so nice to be sharing now this together, Arlene.
Yes, I have told a few people because I remember we did a pinky promise in the rehearsal room. I remember that, so.
No.
For anybody that doesn't know what we're talking about, during rehearsals, Amanda and I were speaking about how we love designing, and we said we need to do a collaboration one day. And so I had her pinky promise, and we did that. So we have no date on that, but we made the promise to each other.
We need to set a date on that.
Let's see. For some reason, okay, we're good. But I wanted to ask you, it's February now. Is there any travel plans you have coming up this year, or what's that looking like? I know I've seen on the internet about Thailand that you may be going there. So I wanted to hear from you what your plans are.
Yes, well, I already started working. As I told you, I haven't stopped since the moment that we finished in New Orleans. I already started working on some personal projects, and I received that super special invitation from the Miss Universe organization. Unfortunately, for this first trip, I'm not going to be able to attend with you guys for the trip, but I'm also sure that there will come many next opportunities where I will be able to join you. I cannot wait for that, because I know this first one is going to be an incredible trip. I do assure you that I'm going to be aware of every single detail about this trip, okay? You need to tell me everything also.
Oh, okay. You know, we will definitely miss you. I read it on the internet and I said, is this true or is this not true? And I wanted to hear it from you, but I hope that I will be seeing you soon, whether that's in Thailand or here in America or in your country, wherever, because like I said, we connected so much, and I think there's a lot to still talk about and have a collaboration too.
Mm-hmm. No, precisely what's going to happen. I'm sure about that too. And tell me now you about your plan. So are you guys going to Thailand? What are the next steps coming up?
Yes, so it is the same trip that you were invited to that unfortunately you won't be there for, but if you want any souvenirs or anything, let me know. I'm going to Thailand this month in February later on, and also other parts of Asia, Indonesia, and maybe Malaysia for the month of February. So I'm very excited about that. I'm actually leaving very soon, packing and everything.
Oh my God.
Looking forward to it. I don't know all of my activities there. You know, Anne has a lot planned though. That woman is amazing. I know she's gonna put me to work. So
Yeah.
we'll see what's in store.
Sure. No, I'm also sure. I'm pretty sure that you guys will have an incredible time. Yeah, please let me know all the details. But I mean, I'm still happy because I know there will come many other opportunities in these next months to work together. We did that Pinky promise. We need to set a date. And fortunately, maybe in the US or maybe in another country we will meet soon. I'm reading some cute comments that they say like, oh my God, they're doing their voices across the universe. I was thinking about that because previous to our departure, we talked about the Voices Across the Universe episode, and we said like, well, maybe we can do it after the Miss Universe competition, and here we are sharing like some special moments.
Yes, let's see what else. Some of these comments. Look at all the love. Thank you guys so much.
Let's read some of
any questions.
Let's pick some of the questions if you have the box out there. You know, that's something great about the competition. I saw you also got the chance to go and have dinner with some of our sisters then in New York, and I got the chance to do it in New Orleans before departing to Miami. I met Colombia, Curacao, and it was so nice to see how each one of us was already starting to look forward for the new opportunities coming in our lives. And I linked this also with the Voices Across the Universe purpose that was in the first moment, you know, like joining us together before our departure and before meeting at the competition. But now I'm also looking forward to see what's going to be, you know, the life of each one of us, how our projects are going to evolve. So I'm pretty sure that you guys wanted to know a little bit of what's coming up next, and I want to take Voices Across the Universe to that next level, like to be part also of the next steps of our sisters, because I think it's beautiful to project that also, no, like the final line at the end for any of us. So what's coming next, like what's every one of us doing from the Miss Universe, from that great platform that we were given to share our messages. So I hope we can work together later on that. But I do believe that's precisely what you mentioned, like the power of pageantry, and it's nice to share that with all the people who are watching us.
Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of the pageantry and all the women there. The Miss Universe is not the end all be all. All the women already have projects that they're continuing on no matter what was happening at the competition. Projects or advocacies or career fields, and that was just a small stepping stone in all of our lives. So for me, the networking was one of the most incredible opportunities of the pageant, because not only do you learn so many things about the actual country the girl is from, but also different things that she is advocating for, or, you know, different career fields that I never explored too much. And these are girls that we will continue to know for the rest of our lives. I mean, it's only enriched my mindset and how I think so much more.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. We need to look forward after, you know, after those special moments we live in Orleans, and sharing, like keep on sharing that strength that we made in the competition for everything that's coming up next.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, let's see if we can answer some questions.
Yes, let's read some of them. I'm reading the comments right now. There's too many people here with us.
I know. Look at all this love. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let's see.
Do you have some of them in the box?
Yes, I have some. Let's see. Lots of emojis. I love that. Let's see. Are you visiting India anytime soon? I do not have any plans to right now. I would absolutely love to visit India because I actually have been there before. I was just speaking about India, and I did a collection in college that was inspired by the Taj Mahal, and I made about 6 pieces. I loved the textiles that I was seeing in photos, and I actually got granted a modeling job in India after I made the collection. And it was so cool to go to the Taj Mahal, New Delhi, and Agra. And I'm dying to go back because one, the vegetarian food is amazing. And the textiles and fabrics were so intricate and beautiful. I felt so much inspiration from there. So I hope I can go back to India. How about you, Amanda?
Oh my God. I would also not only because I followed, you know, her Nas path and I got into her culture throughout her reign. Also, then meeting her at New Orleans got me a lot more curious about their culture, meeting also Divida. And there's a particular experience or anecdote because when I went to study English after graduating from high school, I got my homestay family. They were from India, and they always cooked Indian. Like I got the chance to choose if I wanted Canadian food because I was studying in Canada, or I wanted their Indian food. And I was like, no way. I mean, I love to know new cultures, and I would love to try out your food. And that was those 3 months living with them, and it was incredible. So all the references that I have are amazing, and I would totally love to go to India.
I know. I told Harnaz, I said, fingers crossed I get to visit you this year. Davida too, that would be amazing. So we'll see. I don't know what this whole year has in store, but I'm approaching it with open arms, open heart, and an open mindset.
Yes. No, I'm sure it will be that way.
Okay, let's see. Other questions. I want to ask what you say. You're 28 years old and the oldest age to compete. Do you think that women that want to compete at Miss Universe should get the experience from other pageants before joining Miss Universe? So for me, you know, there's women that go to compete at Miss Universe and it is their first or second pageant. And for me, it was my 6th pageant. And I feel like my formula for success was a lot of trial and error in my first 5 pageants. I learned something new every time I failed and didn't win. And then I was able to analyze what do I need to work on and what can I do better. So for me, it wasn't a straight shot, but I have seen some incredible women just do amazing on their first or second pageant. So I don't want to tell one girl what can work for her, but I just know what really helped me. Because let me tell you, my first pageant, there is no way I could go to Miss Universe. There was no way I was ready. I needed a lot of developing in my mind, in my speaking, and really honing in on who I am as a woman. Where do I want to take my career and my advocacy? So I had to develop that over time. How about you?
I do agree with the fact that you say that we cannot tell anyone how to do it because every experience is totally different. In my case, I only competed on my national pageant, and then Miss Universe was my first international pageant. It was the second pageant in my life. So my experience was different from yours, but it's not to say that yours is the correct one or mine is the correct one, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Live it differently. So I do believe that you need to, I mean, my key to success is enjoying the process and being conscious on what you're learning and what you still have to learn. In my case, I think the same that you were saying, that when I began, like I was selected a year and a half ago, and it was prior to the Israel edition. And I thought once, you know, it would have have been totally different if I had competed in that edition, because then I had a whole year to prepare, to learn, to grow, to improve in many aspects that then led me go to the New Orleans edition and do a great job, you know, because I was more conscious of every single detail, and I was more conscious even of who I am as a woman. I think that's the key. It doesn't matter if you have competed 5, 10, or 1 time, but it matters to be conscious of who you are and what you want to share during your competition. It cannot be only about competing. It should be about competing with yourself, because you're discovering who you are and you're enhancing that version of your own self. I do believe that's like the key.
Absolutely. And like you're saying, experience is everything. We can go through so many different events in life, but if we don't look back and try to see how is life trying to teach me to be better from this, or what is this certain lesson or hardship or failure, anything, what is it teaching us? That is how we really take something that's happened in our life and use it to our advantage. So for me, it's really not the age thing. It's what you do with intention and really understanding what has happened in your life and how is that going to shape you and have you ready for Miss Universe, no matter what.
Exactly.
Let's see. Any other questions? I know we have to get off very soon, but I'd love to answer a few more.
Great. There are some people saying like, please speak a little bit Spanish for us. And I need to tell you guys that I was impressed with Spanish. So if you, Queen, want to give us a little phrase in Spanish for our Latins or Latin public or Spanish speakers, that would be great.
Amanda is mi maestra de español en Miss Universo. Estoy aprendiendo. Yo soy Arbany Gabriel, Miss Universo. Y what else? Me gusta bailar.
Bailamos juntas en mi universo, entrenamos juntas en los ensayos y aprendimos juntas más inglés y más español. I remember you.
Yes. Yes. What else? Let's see. What am I trying to say? Yo soy diseñadora de
modas
y ropas y vestidos.
That's so true. Yeah.
You know, I'm learning more, but I need to incorporate this podcast that I used to listen to, and it was Spanish stories, just simple Spanish stories. They were so cute. They were talking about different animals in the park, but the teacher spoke slow enough for me to really understand.
And everything. You need to do it. You need to do it, but I'll be here. Anything you need, any Spanish translations, just text me.
Oh, absolutely. I feel like everywhere I go, people speak Spanish, so I have to learn.
It's beautiful. RD, I would also like to take a moment before we finish to explain Spanish about the trip to Asia and a little bit like a resume of what we talked in the live. Is it okay?
Sure, absolutely.
Great. Bueno, gracias a todos los que están conectados acá con nosotros. Esta fue una especie de conversación para ponernos al día después de Miss Universo, porque no habíamos podido hablar tanto después de la competencia, solamente nos habíamos escrito un par de veces. Estuvimos hablando sobre nuestros planes, sobre los viajes que se aproximan para cada una. Arbany nos contó que próximamente ahorita en febrero se van a Tailandia. Yo recibí también la invitación por parte de Miss Universo. Lamentablemente en este primer viaje no voy a poder acompañarlos, pero sabemos que van a haber próximas oportunidades en estos meses que están por venir para concretar este trabajo en conjunto. Se lo comuniqué a ella, también se lo comuniqué al equipo, que estoy muy agradecida por la invitación y sé que va a ser solamente un primer encuentro al que no puedo asistir, pero para los próximos días mediante se va a poder concretar. Así que le estaba deseando también a ella el mayor de los éxitos en todos los siguientes pasos que están por venir, en este viaje que voy a estar súper atenta a todos los detalles. I believe, RB, you can understand me. I don't know if I'm going too fast. I was like,
A little bit. I was just looking through the questions to see if there's any more. I know that they want us to sign off soon, but let's see.
great, great. Well, yeah, I already did like that little resume in Spanish, and we can finish reading some of the comments. I'm reading all the comments here. There are many Venezuelan people here with us. Many
Oh, yes.
also.
What was our favorite day in New Orleans?
Ooh.
So for me, oh wow, the favorite day.
Which one?
I really loved the preliminary night, actually.
That was
Because yeah, that was the first time coming on stage and seeing the crowd and all the family and friends and hearing them yell, and I had never experienced something like that. It was so beautiful. I mean, I felt like we were at the World Cup or a Super Bowl, and to hear everybody's love and support. I remember going home into my hotel room that night and just feeling so overjoyed. I went into my journal and I said, I want to feel the same feeling for the rest of my life. Like, let me capture this moment.
Yeah, also because after that night, we were able to be a little bit more conscious of what we experienced, because then we knew we still had a couple of days of competition previous to the final night. So it was great. I really, you know, in my national pageant, we don't have a preliminary. We only have the final night directly. And I love the fact that in the preliminary, we get the chance to kind of experience what we're going to live on the final night, but in a like smaller way. I don't know. It was so fun. Yeah, that was a nice day.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, RD, I'm so happy to have done this catch-up conversation with you. I'm really looking forward to meet you again, meet you with the whole Miss Universe organization, the JKN group. Please send them my greetings, some kisses and hugs for all of them. And let me know all the details about the trip, please. I will be aware of every single one of them.
Oh, yes, I will keep you in mind. I will be thinking about you. Amanda, it was great to catch up with you. I know that this year has amazing, amazing things in store for you. I respect your hustle. I see it all the time. You have inspired me as well as so many other people. So I look forward to being face-to-face with you in person. Not sure where, but I know it will be soon. And I'm sending you all blessings, sending Venezuelans blessings as well. And que tengas buen día.
Igual tú, feliz. Saludos y besos para todos.
Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.